Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking at some really unsettling stories. These are first-hand accounts from college campuses. You know, places you think of as safe, mostly.
Right, hubs of learning, new experiences, freedom, really.
Exactly. But these stories, they show a different side. Unexpected dangers, really chilling stuff. Not just ghost stories, but like real events.
And it highlights that vulnerability, doesn't it?
Yeah.
College is this transition, this newfound independence, but that can sometimes mask real threats, things that defy easy explanation.
Definitely leaves a mark. So let's get into the first one. This is from Isla Vista, UCSB.
Ah, yes, Iowa. Known for parties, but it does have that weird, isolated vibe sometimes.
Yeah. So this student, she gets home late one night, maybe 2:30 a.m.,
Yeah,
normal night out.
okay.
She lives with two other girls. Friends crashing on the couch isn't like unheard of.
Standard student house stuff.
So she sees a shadow on the couch in the living room. Doesn't think much of it. Assumes it's a friend of her roommate's. Doesn't even turn the light on. Trying to be quiet.
Makes sense. You don't want to wake anyone, but that's when things started to feel off.
Yeah. As she walks past toward her bedroom, she notices the figure. It's lying really stiff, like unnaturally rigid. Almost like they're putting, I don't know, all their energy into just being still.
That's unsettling, not relaxed sleep.
Not at all. She sort of pauses, and the figure just, head jerks towards her. No other movement, just the head, and these wide eyes glinting a bit in the dark.
Whoa, okay.
Her first thought is, oh, I startled them. Or maybe they're drunk. Or, you know, on something.
Trying to rationalize it, find a normal explanation.
Right. So she just hurries into her room, locks the door, tries to shake it off and sleep.
But it wasn't over.
Not even close.
Yeah.
Around 4:30 a.m., she wakes up. There's this sound. Soft drumming on her door.
Okay.
And scratching. It gets louder and faster until it sounds like someone's using both hands, just clawing frantically at the door. Really loud.
Oh, man. That's terrifying. Pure dread.
She's frozen. Grabs her phone, too scared to make a noise. She texts her roommate, like frantically typing, "Your friend is freaking me out. Is he on coke? Can you talk to him? He's banging and scratching on my door."
Silence.
No response.
Yeah.
Text the other roommate. Same thing. Nothing. And the scratching, the handle jiggling, it just goes on and on for minutes.
That's psychological torment right there. It's not just trying to get in, it's deliberately terrifying her. That feeling of being trapped, helpless.
It's awful. Finally, she thinks, okay, I have to call. Even though she's scared to make noise, she dials one of her roommates.
The scratching.
Stops. Instantly. The second she starts dialing,
Chilling.
her roommate answers, "This sounds half asleep." And she just bursts out, "Your friend is messed up. Can you please deal with this? He's seriously scaring me. Do I need to call the cops?"
And the roommate's reaction?
Silence for just a beat. Then her voice is like suddenly wide awake.
Yeah.
And she asks, "What friend?"
Oh, no.
She says, "That guy, the guy on the couch." Another pause. Then the roommate says, really clearly, "We didn't have any guys over."
Stomach drop moment. Adrenaline surge.
Instantly. Tells her roommate, "Lock your door, now." She realizes the scratching stopped. But where did he go?
Right. He's still in the house.
Then, bam! Loud banging from the other end of the house. Her other roommate's room, Lauren and Monica. Then they start screaming, heavy blows, like he's trying to break down their door now.
She called 911.
Immediately. The dispatcher could tell she was genuinely terrified, stayed on the line. Then, the banging stops again. Silence. She looks down at her own door.
Yeah.
That 1-inch gap underneath.
Yeah.
Fingers slipping under the door, just waggling, and this weird guttural growling sound.
Oh, my God.
She screamed, backed away as far as she could. Then the police arrived. They heard running, the sliding glass door opening and closing.
He got away.
Yeah, vanished. They found the side door lock had been jimmied, and the scratches on her door, huge, made with scissors they found discarded outside.
So the realization hit.
He wasn't just drunk or high. He broke in. He was hiding, pretending to be asleep on the couch. And when she saw him, his fear of getting caught turned into this terrifying game.
Using her initial assumption of safety against her, hiding in plain sight, calculated, that's deeply disturbing.
It really is. Okay, moving to the next one. This deals with that hiding in plain sight idea too, but even closer.
Right.
This is about a college student and his new roommate, Jim. Jim's 22. Seemed like a good guy at first.
How so?
Narrator describes him as quiet and sweet, but also like physically imposing, an absolute monster in the weight room. Said he paid his way by growing weed up north somewhere.
Okay. A bit unusual maybe, but not necessarily alarming yet.
Right. First semester was fine, but then Jim started showing, let's call them negative qualities. He got really good at lying.
Like how?
Juggling girlfriends.
Right.
4 of them. None knew about the others. The narrator was amazed at how convincing he was. Said he wouldn't have believed it if he hadn't seen the girls himself.
That level of manipulation.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big red flag. Even then, a detachment's starting to show.
Definitely. Then comes Halloween night. Narrator gets back to the dorm, maybe 11:30 p.m., finds Jim in bed, crying, which was totally out of character for this tough guy.
Okay, why?
Jim tells him one of his girlfriends, Jessica, was found dead. Horribly. No hands or feet inside a cornfield.
Jesus, that's horrific.
The narrator feels awful, obviously.
Ugh.
Goes into their shared bathroom to wash his face, pull himself together to comfort Jim.
And
As he's going in, he glances in the mirror. And he could have sworn, just for a second, he saw Jim grinning, ear to ear.
was supposedly crying over his murdered girlfriend.
Yeah, just a fleeting glimpse.
But deeply unsettled.
And the details about Jessica's death that came out later.
Even worse, the press reported hands and feet cut off with a serrated saw, corn husks shoved down her throat. Just brutal.
Unbelievable. And Jim's behavior after this, total transformation. Skipped classes, started drinking really heavily, spent hours at the gym, like obsessively, and kept taking trips up to his camp in the Adirondacks, frequently.
Okay, and this change happens alongside other events.
Exactly. A terrifying string of disappearances started in the area right around then.
Like what?
First, a young professor's aide went missing. Her dog was found hanged by its own leash on her apartment door.
God. Animal cruelty, too, often a precursor.
Then 3 women vanished after bar hopping downtown. The only trace was one of their lip rings found in a parking lot.
Gone without a trace.
And maybe the most disturbing. A pregnant woman. Kidnapped from her apartment. They found a handwritten note left behind that just said, "I'm your baby's daddy now."
That's beyond chilling. Pure terror.
The narrator noticed Jim getting super paranoid jumpy. That quiet, sweet thing was gone,
Oh.
replaced by just anger. Especially when the narrator mentioned a big search party forming for the pregnant woman, Jim got really agitated.
The mask is slipping. This isn't stress, it's something darker. The progression from deceit to animal cruelty to abduction and murder. It's a classic, terrifying pattern of a serial offender. The banality of evil hiding right there.
It all came to a head about a week and a half later. A woman's body found near a gas station, face down, blood everywhere. Her tongue had been ripped out.
Horrific, but a clue.
A grim one. Bloody footprints led from the body straight into the gas station bathroom.
And inside.
They found Jim.
Oh, man.
Yeah, he was taken in. And he confessed to almost everything.
Yeah.
Said he started killing on his 20th birthday.
His 20th. So this had been going on for years.
Years. The police raided his camp upstate. It was, well, the narrator called it a real-life horror house.
I can only imagine. What did they find?
Women's bodies.
Yeah.
Nailed to the walls like trophies. He turned 2 of them into sex dolls. And they found a crib.
A crib. The implications are horrifying. How did the narrator find all this out?
He knew some officers involved. They felt they had to show him something. Jim kept a journal at the camp.
A killer's journal.
Mostly detailed the murders. But one entry stood out. Halloween 2014. The night Jessica died.
What did it say?
It read, Jessica found my kit in my trunk.
Yeah.
It's a shame I had a great spot for her. Made sure that nobody knew that she was going out with me. Then, when police found her, I feigned tears for Dom. That's the narrator.
Called him out by name.
Yeah. He's a great guy, easy to manipulate, but I'm still counting the days until he finally gets a girlfriend. I have never before been so happy to be single.
Wow. Cold. Calculated. Pure psychopathy laid bare. Confirms everything. The manipulation, the lack of empathy. The monster hiding behind the friendly face.
Chilling. It really makes you think how little you might know about somebody you live with.
Absolutely. A terrifying thought.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Our next story involves stalking. Still deeply unsettling, but a different kind of fear.
Right. More insidious, maybe.
This narrator is an 18-year-old guy, first semester. Notices a girl, Chrissy, in his math class. He thought she was attractive, but the first thing he really noticed were scars. Countless scars up and down her wrists.
Okay.
He dated girls with similar struggles before, so he felt this urge to befriend her, maybe help her, saw her as vulnerable.
A compassionate impulse, but...
They talked for a few days, seemed okay. Then he gave her his number.
And that's when the red flags appeared. Immediately.
Immediately. The first day, he got almost 200 texts from her.
200. Wow. Okay.
Within a week, it was in the thousands.
Obsessive right off the bat.
At first, he was just like, annoyed.
Yeah.
But the longer he waited to text back, the worse they got. Went from, hey, this is Chrissy from math, to, I have the right number right, to, is there a fucking problem? All in the first couple of hours.
Whoa, rapid escalation. Aggression.
He decided to test it. Day 3, he just didn't respond at all. Her response on day 4, a death threat.
A death threat. Over unanswered texts? That's serious escalation.
Yeah. He freaked out. Tried to back her off by lying, said he had a super protective girlfriend. He even changed seats in class to get away from her. But the texts didn't stop.
Did the content change?
It got worse. She started sending pictures of her wrists with new cuts, always with the flash on.
That's manipulative. Using self-harm to control or guilt him. Coercive emotional blackmail.
And then it moved offline. He was in the library one day trying to study. Quiet. He hears this scraping sound. Looks up. It's Chrissy, 4 tables away, maybe 20 feet, just carving into the library table with her key.
Just carving. Staring at him.
He tried to act like he didn't see her, just focused on his laptop. But his heart was pounding. He said her eyes barely left him, and she just kept scraping. That feeling of being watched.
Intense psychological pressure, making her presence known in a really disturbing way.
After like half an hour, she just slams the key down, grabs her stuff, and storms out.
Did he see what she carved?
Yeah, he was curious, went over as he was leaving. It was disturbing. A really rough scratching of his name. Under it, a face with crosses for eyes.
Oh, wow.
And a crude knife scratched into the neck of the face. Plus his phone number. And his Snapchat, Instagram, even his Facebook URL.
But wait, he hadn't given her his social media, right?
No, he hadn't friended her or anything. He had no idea how she got those. Everything but his home address, basically.
That's terrifying. That shows a level of investigation, surveillance. It's not just texting anymore. It's finding out details about his life, claiming ownership almost.
He's standing there staring at this thing. His heart's racing him. He noticed his vision flickering a bit. Thought maybe it was just the bad fluorescent lights in the library.
Understandable reaction. Stress combined with bad lighting.
He decided to just turn the key into the lost and found. Didn't want any trouble. And strangely, for the first time in days, no texts came through that afternoon. He thought maybe, finally, it was over.
But it wasn't.
No. Driving home, his phone buzzes. He ignores it, figures it's his actual girlfriend, pulls into his driveway, then checks his phone. A picture message. From Chrissy?
What was it a picture of?
Him. In the library. Looking down at her carving with the key in his hand.
What? She was taking pictures.
Then another picture came through. Him turning the key into the lost and found desk. And a third one of him pulling away from the library in his car.
She was watching him the whole time. From where?
The floor above. That flickering he saw wasn't the lights. It was the flash on her camera.
Oh my God. The violation, knowing you're being watched, documented, even in mundane moments, that's terrifying. Stalking, escalating from digital to physical presence, surveillance, symbolic threats, making everywhere feel unsafe.
He said he broke out in a cold sweat. Just sat in his car waiting for a picture of him in his own driveway to come. Thankfully, no. He never replied to those pictures. And he never got another text for her again. Yeah. He saw her back in class later talking to some other guy, acting, quote, just as happy and normal as when he first met her.
Chilling. Like flicking a switch. A nerving end.
Okay, one final story. This one is a visceral, takes place about 10 years ago, rural mountain college in the Northeast.
Okay. Isolated setting again.
Yeah, narrator says it's a place where the beauty and casual grace of nature is juxtaposed by the ugliness of humanity. Nice turn of phrase.
Like the mood.
So this group of friends found an old abandoned train trestle, way out in the woods, 5 miles from campus, no man's land.
Right.
It goes over a river, about 40 feet below. Became their hangout spot, their chill spot. Eventually, they started jumping off it into the water.
Sounds idyllic, but rivers like that can be deceptive, right? Especially near old structures.
Exactly. The water right under the trestle was deep, maybe 10, 15 feet, and seemed calm, almost stagnant. But about 50 yards downstream, the river narrowed sharply. The current picked up, got really strong. And then just 20 yards after that, a big waterfall, maybe 20 feet high, turbulent, dangerous.
And they knew it was dangerous.
Oh, yeah. They'd seen big logs, other stuff go over that fall and just disappear, never resurfaced. So they knew the risks.
Okay.
So one evening, narrator needs to clear his head. Decides to go out to the trestle alone for a swim. It's about 7:00 p.m. Still some light left, but getting dim. He brings a flashlight for the walk back. Makes the hike, leaves his towel and flashlight on the trestle, jumps in. just enjoying the quiet, floating around, doing flips underwater.
Relaxing.
He pops his head up, glances towards the riverbank, sees a man walking towards the water, partly hidden by trees at first.
Yeah.
It's closer. 15 feet away, 10 feet, 5 feet.
Did he get a good look at him?
Not really detailed. About 6 feet tall, pale, skinny, black hair pulled back in a ponytail. But the thing he really remembered, his face. An extremely empty look on his face and in his eyes.
Empty. How so?
Like he's doing something totally mundane, like taking out the trash. Zero emotion.
That empty look again, that's
Yeah.
deeply unsettling in that context. A disconnect.
The narrator's just treading water, trying to figure this out. And then the man jumps in
Okay.
and starts swimming. Pinned straight directly at the narrator. And really, really fast.
Oh no. Straight at him, fast.
He tries to swim away, but the guy's too quick. Within moments, he feels a hand grab his ankle, hard, tugging him underwater.
God. Attack.
He tries to scream, inhales water. The man lets go for a second, maybe for air himself, then grabs him again and starts pulling him systematically towards the fast current, towards the waterfall.
Oh God, he knows about the waterfall. He's trying to drown him. Methodically.
Narrator said it felt like he'd done it before, practiced. That realization hits him. He just flipped out, kicking, screaming, swearing. But the man was strong, relentless.
That's pure predatory malice. Not robbery, not conflict, just the desire to kill seemingly for its own sake in this serene place. That's terrifying.
He feels the current grab him. He knows he's going towards the falls. He twists around, gets one last look back.
And the man.
Just casually swimming back to the bank where he jumped in. Not even looking back at him, like his job was done.
Unbelievable. Cold indifference.
That, he said, was the scariest moment. Knowing he was going over, and the attacker just didn't care. He went over the waterfall, was pushed down deep underwater. For over a minute, he thought. Just churning water, no air.
How did he survive?
Pure luck, maybe adrenaline. He managed to grab onto a big log that must have also gone over, used it for leverage against the river bottom to push himself away from the worst of the underwater current and finally surface.
Incredible survival instinct, but then...
Then he had to walk 5 miles back in the pitch dark, no flashlight, terrified the entire way that the man was out there waiting to finish the job.
I can't even imagine that walk back. Pure terror.
He made it back, obviously. But the story has a postscript. The next year, a football player from the college drowned, went over the same waterfall.
Oh, wow.
The official report said it's just the current, maybe stronger after some rain. But the narrator, he always wondered, was it just the current?
Leaves you wondering, doesn't it? That chilling possibility.
Wow. Okay, so those are 4 incredibly unsettling stories. They really do strip away that feeling of safety you associate with college, don't they?
They absolutely do. Each one, in its own way, shows how vulnerability can intersect with, well, with malice or obsession or just random terrifying encounters. The intruder, the roommate, the stalker, the man at the river. It's the unexpectedness in seemingly ordinary settings.
It forces you to think about the people around you, the places you go.
Exactly. It really invites you to consider those hidden depths, both, the capacity for calculated evil that some people have, and also just the sheer randomness of encountering terror where you least expect it.
So the question lingers. What unseen threats might be nearby, even in places you think are safe? And maybe more pointedly, how well do we truly know the people we interact with every day?
Something to definitely keep in mind.
Well, that's all we have time for on this deep dive. We hope these accounts, while disturbing, were gripping. Thank you for joining us. And remember to stay aware of your surroundings, always. Before you go, if these stories gave you the chills, please hit that like button. Share this deep dive if you know others who appreciate this kind of unsettling exploration. And definitely subscribe to Horror Docx for more deep dives into chilling tales. We'll be back soon. Until next time, stay safe. And remember, sometimes the best things happen in the dark.